A very good morning, student. So, after assessment 2, again we are here to continue with our syllabus, and today I am going to tell about combustion and flame. So, you know that during the olden days there was no fire, nothing was there. So, early man, how he used to eat his food? He used to roam in the jungles, forest, and whatever he used to get, he used to just eat like that without cooking it, because by that time the fire was not invented. So he used to take the raw food, but slowly when he thought of discovering a fire, what happened? Once he just thrown the stone on the other and he found a sparkle, and this sparkle was the invention of the fire. So in the olden days, what the people used to do, they used to complete all the work during the daylight only, because there was no lights, tube lights like we people are having. Okay, but in 1879, Thomas Alva Edison discovered the bulb, and from that time only we started the use of the bulbs and all. And these bulbs and all gave us the light. And when you touch the bulb or the body of the bulb, burning bulb or the glowing bulb, what you feel? You feel the effect of the heat also. Okay. So from there the discovery of the fire and the invention of the bulb started, and with this discovery the light became more easier, and during the night also now we can just lead a light which we lead during the daytime. Okay. So today our topic is combustion and the flame. When we see around us, we see so many substances. We see paper, we see wood, we see charcoal, we see cow dung, we see rocks, we see iron nails. So many things are there. But out of this, do all the things catches fire? No. So on the basis of this, we divide the substances into two: the combustible and the non-combustible substances. Now, combustible substances are the substances that can catch fire, but non-combustible substances are the substances that do not catch fire. So, we can even give the examples of combustible substance like paper, wood, cow dung. You know what is cow dung? It is the dung. It is a cake made up of the dung of the cow. Okay, and it is very common fuel which is used during the olden days, and even nowadays also people in the village use as a fuel. And if we talk about the non-combustible substance like glass, water, iron nails, etc. Okay. Now, when we talk about our environment, we know that there are so many gases in the environment like oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, so many. But when we talk about the combustion, we only deal with the gas oxygen, because oxygen is a gas that helps in burning. Everybody knows that. You might have seen that when your mother or the people in the village, they are burning that old chula and all, angithis and all, sigri and all. What they use? With a long pipe-like structure, they just blow the air. Like this they do. Why they do so? And when they do so, the heat glows. Why they do so? By doing so, they provide air to it. And when it reaches, the air reaches it, it glows very fast. So, it is clear to you that oxygen, when any substance which is burning comes in contact with oxygen, it starts burning. Okay. Now, when we talk about the combustion, see, every substance burns. Now, as we told that paper burns, okay, we told that the wood burns, but what actually happens? Actually, it is when a substance reacts with the oxygen present around it, it is known as the combustion. Actually, combustion is a chemical process. Okay, a all the fuels are all solid in state? No. Fuels are solid, liquid and gas. Now when we talk, say that fuel is a solid, but imagination comes, it comes cow dung, wood, okay, it comes the paper and candle, all are in the solid state. But when we talk about the liquid fuels, can you guess what are the liquid fuels? Like kerosene, you have seen that when your mother lit some wood and it is not burning, what she do? She adds the kerosene, and as soon as she adds the kerosene, it starts burning. Okay, so kerosene, diesel, all these are the liquid fuels. Now, I will give you the example of the gas fuel. You all have seen gases at your home. What is that? A cylinder is there, which is connected to an apparatus with a pipe, with the help of the pipe. So what happens? The gas is stored in that cylinder. It is in a form of liquefied petroleum gas, and thus when you open the nozzle, that gas enters and you are able to lit the stove. Okay. So this is the example of the gaseous fuel. So now, when we talk about the combustion, there are conditions for combustion. So it's not so that you keep anything in the room and it will start lighting or it will catch fire. No. There are certain conditions for the combustion, and they are the fuel, oxygen and the heat. So three conditions of combustion are fuel, oxygen and heat. First condition, when we deal with the first condition, fuel. Fuel means any substance which will burn is known as a fuel. Okay. Now suppose I talk about the wood, I talk about the cow dung, which will burn is known as the fuel. If there is no fuel, there will be no combustion. Okay. Without fuel, can you have some combustion? No, we can't have, because we require some substance, we require some medium. So that substance or the medium that will catch fire is known as the fuel. Next, the important condition for combustion is the oxygen. As I told you before, that oxygen is very important gas which is present in the environment, which helps in burning. Now to explain this, that oxygen is also the one of the important condition of combustion. See, in the class 4th or 5th, when you were very small, your teacher have taught you an experiment to show this. Now you take a candle, suppose you take two candles, you both lit the candles, and in one candle, what you do? You just put an inverted glass. What you will see after some time, that the candle flame is put off. Why? Because the oxygen which it was getting from the surrounding, that connection is cut off. So now no longer that candle is receiving the oxygen, as a result it is put out. While if we observe the other candle, what will happen? It starts, still it is knitting, still it is blowing, that flame is blowing. Why? Because it is still in contact with the environmental oxygen. So hence it is true that oxygen is very important for burning. Now the next example, if you see, sometimes if a person or if your friend coincidentally they catch the fire, unluckily they catch the fire, and what the people do, they just put a blanket on it. You know, they put a blanket. You know why we put a blanket? To stop the fire. Because by doing this, so what we will do? We will cut the connection of the oxygen which is reaching to the person. So what will happen? This will stop the fire. Okay, or otherwise we keep on rolling that person who had caught the fire. But because by rolling we will cut the connection of the oxygen, as a result we will be able to put out the fire. Now the last is the heat. Okay, so heat means any fuel when it gets the oxygen also, and when fuel is also present, until or unless a heat is required or a certain temperature is not reached to it, so it will not get the fire. Okay, so for that the conditions for the combustion is the fuel, oxygen and the heat. Now every substance it catches the fire very soon. Sometimes logs, suppose if we talk about the paper, as soon as it will come in contact with any combustible substance, it will catch the fire. But if we talk about the wood, we take some time. Sometimes it is so longer that we have to put the kerosene, and with the help of the kerosene, that substance will be catching the fire. Okay. So every substance has a temperature. So the lower temperature at which the substance catches a fire is known its ignition temperature. Okay. So a substance that catches the fire at its lowest temperature. So the lowest temperature at which the substance will catch the fire is known as its ignition temperature. So this much for today's session. So before leaving the class, just we will revise the portion which was taken today. First, according to the basis of catching the fire, the substance are divided into two: combustible and non-combustible substance. Combustible substance are the substances which catches the fire. If we talk about the combustible substance, it is the paper, wood, cow dung. Non-combustible substance are the substances that do not catches the fire easily or do not catch the fire at all. Suppose glass, water, iron nails are the examples of it. Then from this we can conclude that among all the gases which are present in the environment, oxygen is the important gas that helps in combustion. Okay. Now defining combustion, it is a chemical process in which the substance reacts with the oxygen present in it around it, and it produces heat and light. This is known as the combustion. Now for combustion, fuel is needed. Fuel may be in the form of solid, liquid or gases. If we talk about the solid things, it may be the paper, wood, cow dung, etc. If we talk about the liquid, it may be the kerosene, diesel, petrol, etc. And if we talk about the gas, it may be the LPG and etc. Okay. Now there are three conditions for the combustion. First is the fuel, oxygen and the heat. Now every substance has a particular temperature at which it catches the fire. So the lowest temperature of any substance at which the substance catches this fire is known as the ignition temperature. So in the next class we will continue with this chapter, and thank you so much for this session, and just keep on reading the books and revising whatever is taught in the class. Okay. So thank you so much.